Hey everyone, my name is Eddie Wang and welcome to Monday Tech. And for today's episode, I do have my actual secondary character in Tekken 7, which is Anna Williams. And she has receiving several buffs ever since she was brought back in Season 2. And we are on a spot today where it's worth playing Anna to the highest level. She is a lot of fun, she received several buffs, and she is a force to be reckoned with on Season 3. So the tech today is about the cat stance, and cat stance is one of the things that have been changing for Anna ever since Season 2 and now are on a really good spot. At least some of her cat stance moves are, and we are going to cover this today and what can you do with cat stance specifically, because before when we used to do this we used to get punished, and we used to do this and we used to get punished just as well. So I'm going to teach you today how to get out of these situations without getting punished too much for it, because you're still gonna take a risk, you're gonna put your opponent under a mix-up, but now it's going to be a little bit much easier for you to deal with such characters. So you guys know that this used to be -7 on block, so 1 standing 3 into cat stance used to be -7 on block, 2-3 into cat stance used to be -7 on block, and both of these moves are now -3 on block. If you do forward 3-1-3 into cat stance, now is -1 on block. I'm pretty sure it used to be more because this was negative regardless, but now it's pretty good. Another stance that is good for tricking the opponent is down 4-1 into cat stance, which is -10, but if you hit, people usually won't try to react to this right away because there is a follow-up to this, and the follow-up can lead to other stuff. Like for example, this is neutral and this is cat stance from it, which is -10, and you can sidestep to fake out anything, and you can sidestep both directions actually. And then there is this, which makes a +4, and then you have like this one, which is 12 frames of course and forces a crouch, but this isn't really a threatening option. But there is a threatening one, which is 1+2, which is only -4, but this is a launcher, so your opponent has to be really careful trying to defend this mix-up, because you can go either way, as you guys know. And you can expand this in other ways. So this one is good on hit, and on block, since it has a follow-up, it makes it -10 on cat stance reasonable. Then there is another one which is pretty bad, and that one is down forward 1-4 into cat stance, down forward 3-1 into cat stance, which is -15. So if your opponent calls you out, he's going to launch you with whatever they have. So this is important that you start to be really careful with this one, but this one has a follow-up as well, so they have to be careful about this one. And then there is this one, which also has a follow-up, and the follow-up is punishable at -14, and cat stancing is also -14, so it doesn't really matter if you go into cat stance or not, this is punishable regardless. So the only option is that your opponent is tested to the reaction, but this one is much quicker, so you get to counter hit your opponent before they even try anything out, because this cancel to such step as well. Instead of canceling to just the cat stance, it also goes to side step, which is something that this version doesn't do at all. So these two are okay. This one is -9 with a side step, as you guys can see, and -9, -3 if they block the high. And then we're gonna go right into the reason that bro has to this video, and I'm talking about 2-3-3-1 is 2-3 into cat stance. I'm not really used to talk Anna's notations, but this is 2-3 into card stance, which is -3 on block, and this is important because your opponent can only try. It doesn't really have anything guaranteed that he chooses out there outside of maybe a 12 frame mid, but then you have to one with no cancel, and if he does a 12 frame mid, then you're gonna punish him anyway. So if you do this and they try to answer with a high, you can now go into a row, and the row is going to crash highs. You can also go into the crouch dash and bait with assassin dagger, and I'm going to show you with low real quick what I meant by this. So I'm gonna put this to record because I already preset this. So if I do 2-1, Lau is going to punish Anna for trying to put her under a mix-up, because Anna has this and this is annoying. Many people know how to block this, but then there is a mix-up with a high risk, and she does a lot of damage for her hop kick. So there is that. So your opponent, when he blocks this, you can also crouch dash and do this beautiful combo right here. Of course, you can pull out a lot of damage if you have the execution for it, but this is pretty much it that it's going to offer you from an option like this. You can also go into row and do a lot of damage. Of course, this can also work with forward 3 into cat stance. Of course, it doesn't crash. Anna won't be able to crash with any other move, but she is able to enter the cat stance and then crouch dash out of the cat stance in order to catch people trying to counter hit her with a 10 frame. The quickest move they have that is a high. So this works well for Anna, but sadly she cannot roll from forward 3 into cat stance, as she's still going to get hit regardless. So you be sure to memorize that. When you do from 2-1, you can use the roll, because the roll is going to crash the jab, then you get to do the combos and do a lot of damage. But if you do from forward 3, it's not going to work. There is also this one, also doesn't allow you to crash, but you can go into cat stance as well and then go into the crouch dash. There is also, you can also go into the row and crush your opponent from there. So this is really important, and is what makes Anna cat stance really good right now. I already covered this one, so there is no point. Of course, you can do it with a crouching option, but your opponent is gonna have to deal with these options, this one and any other that she has that might have from the cat stance, like the grabs is one of those options. And she can also just keep the cat stance, and if you go low, then she's going to automatically hop kick you. If you try to grab, she is going to immediately hit you from a counter throw and stuff like that. So this is the video for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this Monday Tech, and see you guys on the next Monday or on Friday with a Jin video. So see you guys soon.